Hello, my name is Barbara Lewis with Singing After 40. Welcome. Today I'm going to talk about one way that you can improve your lower notes. And I want to also just talk very briefly about what it means to sit and sing. A woman wrote to me this week on my YouTube channel here and said she has to sit to sing, and do I have any pointers? So I'm going to give just a couple of pointers because a lot of us are singing on Zoom, or getting lessons, or giving lessons on Zoom. And it's not as dynamic and as good for singing as standing. But first I want to start with a breath. I like to start with a breath because, not just because it gets you thinking about your breathing, but because it allows you to focus, to put aside the rest of your day just for the next 5 minutes and come into this moment right now. You and your singing. Shoulders are broad. Your chin is level to the floor, so you're not back like this or forward like this. And when you sit tall, you're already a little bit opened up in your rib cage. And into that opening, you're going to fill your lungs with breath. Full breath in. And a long S. As you come to the end of the breath, make sure that you're not squeezing your ribs, that you're still a little bit open. You're going to resist a total collapse. That's not helpful for your lungs in there. So, second breath, and this time you're going to focus. This is the moment that we're at right now. Let everything else fall away for 5 minutes. Here we go, full breath. Just do this. Put your fist on your head and press back and just feel the muscles that are working for you when you do that. The back of the neck, the shoulders. This is part of the support that you want to have as a singer. And you have to remind yourself, I believe, when you're sitting, to have that kind of support. Also, if you put your hands together like this and pull, you're going to feel a support that's under your arms and in your back. And that's another part of the support. So your whole body is supporting you, but it has to support you in a flexible way. It can't be stiff, tight. And when we sit, we can kind of get tight. So if you're sitting in a way that people are not really seeing you easily, then you have the option and the freedom to roll your shoulders, bring your head back and forward and tilt this way and that way slowly. I'm doing it fast. Look this way. And this way. So I want to move on to low notes. Those of us who sing more in the head voice, when we come down to the bottom part of the range, if we don't have a well-developed chest or speech mix, then we go into a very empty, quiet, weak sound in the bottom quite often. You can, of course, have a coordinated head voice that adds in the synergy of some chest, and that's very good too. But there's another way of handling this, and that's learning how to move into your speech, your mixed voice, on the bottom and a little higher than the bottom. So I'm going to start with an exercise that will start you in speech, and then you're going to maintain that higher than you probably would. I'm just going to show you how to do this. I like to use yeah because it's very narrow, easy to hear, easier to coordinate. So it's like talking, yeah, 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 except I'm going to talk with a little bit of a cry. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I'm keeping my speech voice right up to an A flat or an A. In my case, I work it up to a C or a C sharp above there. But for your purposes, if you're just kind of learning to balance a little bit more texture in your low notes, just taking it up to a G sharp or an A is going to be enough. But for those of you who use your head voice and you're moving down and you're going into weakness, yeah, 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 down there you don't have much tone unless you've developed the synergy with chest voice, but for those who have not. Yeah, 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 yeah. So that's my speech voice. I smoothly moved, or it seems smooth to me, from my heady voice into what I've just been teaching you here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Or you could do two notes on the bottom. Let's see if I can do it smoothly. So these two are heady, and these are going to go into speech. Yeah, 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 yeah. Instead of yeah, 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 yeah. It's a different feeling in your musculature and how you approach those notes, but it gives you these fantastic options. And you want lots of different options and colors in your singing. So we're looking for really healthy approaches to all different parts of the voice. And this is to the lower part where you might have a phrase that dips down here. You have to go into a slightly bigger texture in order to match how you're coming down, or to have stability in the bottom. This is thin vocal bands. You're not in a thick vocal band, and you're crying, so you're tilting your voice box forward, and that helps you to have these thinner bands as you move up in your mix. So you're not going to shift into head. You're not going to do this. Yeah, 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 yeah. You're not going to do that. You're going to stay in speech. Show you one more time. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm so sad. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I'm keeping a sad feeling. I'm starting in an A triad, C sharp, B, A. So it's kind of at the low part of the soprano's range for those of you who are singing much lower or much higher. This is still valuable for you. For men, it's also valuable to understand that there's different textures that you can use in different parts of your range. I'm going to sing it, and then you sing it. Very, very thin vocal bands as we go up. If you go up with too much thickness, you have to belt. And we want to keep a lot of control of the quietness of the speech voice so you can mix and match as you come down from a headier tone, if that's what you're doing. Yeah, 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 your turn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't give up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 your turn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you feel how there's probably, if you're used to moving into your headier voice there, very light texture, you're probably feeling like you want to do that. Just resist it, unless it hurts. If it hurts you, it's wrong. If it hurts you, maybe your larynx is too low, you're singing on too fat a vocal band, you're not tilting enough. If anything hurts, stop. It's wrong. You never work through pain in singing. I don't think you work through pain in anything personally, but certainly not in singing. Let's try this again. I'm starting on a C sharp. I'm going to sing it, then you sing it. This is very simple, but really powerful, because it gives you really a wonderful way to go into the bottom part of your range, maintaining texture in your tone. Yeah, 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 your turn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're staying in speech. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is where you might want to change. Stay strong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, don't overwork this, especially if your voice is saying, "Where's my head voice?" Or if you're feeling like you're singing on too heavy an adjustment, that your vocal bands are too thick. You want to stay very thin, and whining and crying really helps that. Let me know what you think about this. Is it helpful to you? Okay, that's it for me. Barbara Lewis with Singing After 40. See you next time. Bye-bye.